As a fan of the Splatoon series, I have played almost every inch of the two games. Octo Canyon, Octo Expansion, Salmon Run, multiplayer, you name it. But there's one thing I guarantee we've all forgotten about. Welcome to the Shoal, where even if you have all the friends in the world, you're forced to play on separate Switches in the same room. And that's it. Literally nothing else to do in this game with your friends in person. Meanwhile, many other games, even on the Switch itself, have various local multiplayer functionalities. So for this video, I'm going to be going over some of these features that could be implemented into Splatoon 3, and some of the possible limitations with them as well. Are you ready? Let's go. So the most obvious addition to local multiplayer would be a split screen mode. The concept is super simple if you played a game with split screen before. Each player playing the game gets a part of the screen for their point of view, with usually up to 4 players max. In Splatoon case, this will be a 2v2. This will make it so that everyone can play the game on a single console for when you want to play with friends or family. The only limitations to this would be the Switch's power. For a game like Splatoon, being a 3D shooter, it would probably end up capping the FPS at 30. I'm not an expert on how good the graphical power of the Switch is, but with games like Nintendo Switch Sports being capped at 30 FPS in multiplayer, you can assume that this will be how they implement it. I don't think this is a deal breaker, even for a shooter which benefits from higher FPS. I still think it's worth it to be able to play locally without another Switch. Another negative aspect of split screen is it easily gives a view of what your opponent is doing and can make the game have less of a suspense factor, as well as the fact that the aspect ratio won't give you as much of a big view than normal, which is annoying, but as I said, I still think it's worth it over not having it in my eyes. Now for my second feature, if you've played Smash Bros. Ultimate, you'll know that it has an online mode where you and a friend can play together against another pair of players online. I'm thinking this feature could be applied to Splatoon 3 as well, by either having a team of 4 or 2 teams of 2 on each team. I definitely think this needs to be a separate mode from regular online, as the performance would likely be impacted with split screen, which in the same setting as single player online would make for an uneven match. This of course could be adapted to the limits of the Switch as well, maybe even only allowing 2 pairs per team instead of a full quad for one team, as well as the FPS limit I mentioned before. This mode could be extremely fun for coordinated team plays, and in general would make for a better local multiplayer. So in all, I'd be extremely happy with these modes in Splatoon 3, even if we have to sacrifice some stuff. I do personally think that even though Splatoon 2 is one of the most graphically demanding games on the Switch, that at the very least a 30 FPS 2-player local multiplayer or doubles online would be possible. A great comparison I found was Nintendo Switch Sports Soccer game mode. It's a similar 3D environment with 3D movement, and overall compares well to Splatoon, so I do think it's possible. So there you have it, my ideas for how to improve Splatoon's local multiplayer. Let me know if you agree with my ideas, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. If you have any other ideas on how I could improve this system that I didn't mention, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Or if you have any other video ideas, leave them there as well. It helps a lot and helps me make the best possible videos for y'all. If you want more from me, you can follow my socials in the description below as well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!